Welcome back to another series of size previews. As always, I'm Luke Matthews, joined by Chris Binns. So sit back, relax, and let's get into it. So there's no better way to start the new year, a new episode with probably a new city.
Yeah, the mad one is, I don't think anybody knew this was coming.
No, I mean, some of the things you know were coming, this is definitely one not on the radar.
Kept it under the radar on this one, didn't we?
I mean, let's let that show.
Let's show me, have I read it?
So this is the iconic return of the Milano.
Yeah.
And look at that version.
Do you know what surprised me about this? We've seen this all along, but it's just, this was like first time when it first straight out, perfect, the suedes are perfect. All the materials on the shoes are perfect, the stripes are perfect, and the shape is ridiculous. I mean, I've had this on quite a lot because I get a little sneaky pair, but I've been wearing it quite a lot around the office and that, because I really enjoyed this shoe and kind of just how close it is to some of them OG iterations. I know, again, there's different versions of this, and people say, well, it didn't have this or it didn't have that. But there is definitely versions of this one that existed as well, and it's near enough perfect to that kind of interpretation.
We always talk about having the real purist interpretation. I think it's always nice to not always do the obvious version of it. And also, you'll notice on the shoe, you know some of my pet hates in terms of sometimes, and not on everything, sometimes the stripes in the heel. Yeah. The leather on the stripes in the heel of this shoe is perfect. Yeah. It's so good. It's exactly what you'd expect of an archive bring back.
It feels it does feel like really vintage. Sometimes it do feel a bit too fresh, but this feels really vintage, and it's really easy to wear. Like I said, I've been wearing it quite a lot around the office at the moment, but this was a bit of a surprise bag for me. It's kind of one that we managed to get back, and it's come out as one of the strongest ones of the, I mean, we're at the beginning of the year, so we've got a lot to go. And you've seen some sneaky bits over when we're in Cleethorpes, but this is going to be one of the strongongest ones of the year. I think in them lists at the end of the year, this is definitely going to be up there.
Yeah, totally. And what's also really nice is at the minute we're seeing a massive resurgence in T-toe products. So whether it be Samba, whether it be Gazelle, the fact it's got a completely different toe down on this, again, is also worth noting. The profile looks and wears really strong.
And the fact it's slim as well. You know, I've not enjoyed a slimmer shoe like this for a while, or a slimmer silhouette like this for a while, and this one's for some reason really hit home with me.
So next up, we've got something in a slightly different space than you're used to here.
Yeah, I can't actually remember the last time. We have done it. We have done some stuff in this space, but it was a long time ago.
So there we go. It's a vintage basketball interpretation this time, and I mean, look at them. So we've got Rivalry, we've got Forum, and the Forum is traditionally not what you'd expect from a Forum.
It'd be interesting. I mean, we can't really do it because we're not live here, but it'd be good to see what you think's different about the shoe. I'm going to spoil it anyway for you, but so there's no strap on it. So that strap for me, I love Forum as a shoe, but that strap is a bit troublesome. Like, I know it's the OG shoe, I know it's how it would traditionally look, and I mean, historically it would have had some kind of performance-related use on there, but that strap for me is just catches your pants on it. It makes the shoe look a bit over bulky. So just because we're doing a premium version, to take that strap off and strip it down, just made sense for us. And the shape of the shoe looks much better for me now. So I think it's really a lot easier to wear.
I think for us as well, typically these shoes are packed full of storytelling, but it's nice to almost strip that away. And the story for this is two really premium wearable options. And I think, again, both of them are so different because they're both doing very different jobs there, but it's very much of the same world.
The thing for us is like Nike's dominated with basketball over the last few years. Dunk, Jordan 1, Air Force. It's nice to talk about another brand that was doing stuff at the same time. There's loads of brands that are doing stuff at the same time, and people forget about that. But it's nice to talk. These were like true rivals to them shoes, do you mean?
Actually.
Rivalry, where's the name come from?
Exactly.
Do you mean? So it's like Google it. So like, it's nice to talk about another brand who was in that space, who had big athletes using the shoes. Or you mean, even to this day, adidas are massive in that space, but it gets a bit boring talking about Nike basketball shoes all the time. To talk about these is great, and the two icons, I would say the two most iconic ones.
I mean, you're missing a very iconic. If you have to have Superstar in there.
Two of the three most iconic shoes, should we say. So it's just good to do something a little bit different and move it out of the usual Adidas space.
And really nice little details, subtle off-white tooling, really, I mean, it's more noticeable on the Rivalry, how premium the tumbled leather is on the toe as well.
So we did a few samples on these to get to that real premium effect. We tried like a few different leathers on it. And we've got to a really good combination of materials on there, really good. Even the suedes, for me, unbelievable.
Yeah. I'm going to finish the episode with something, and we always say it, but I mean it, very, very special. Because we don't do a lot of these projects, and when they come, they are very, very special and elevated anyway. And it's the return of an icon, but it's the return of an icon exclusively at size. And it's the return of the Cortez. And when you see the new shape of Cortez,
yeah,
it is a proper Cortez.
I think this is going to be my first blimey moment of the year, I said, because this is just ridiculous. And we've been sitting on our hands with this one a little bit, waiting to kind of get it out to the world. And I think that it's here. It's perfect. It's an iconic shoe that we've never worked on before. It's just really, really good. There's nothing else I can say about it. It takes you kind of, I don't want to say it takes your breath away because that's probably exaggerating a bit, but I'm a little bit speechless on it.
It is. I think first call out for me on Cortez is it's a shoe that really crosses boundaries of consumers.
Yeah.
Everyone wears a Cortez and everyone can wear it very differently.
Yeah.
Super versatile, and you can almost go down various profiles of consumer, not to go too into that world. And you would see so many different interpretations for how people would wear Cortez.
Yeah, I mean, it's for me as well. It's a bit of a nostalgia thing. Obviously, adidas and stuff is always that nostalgia thing of the '90s and stuff. All this kind of the early '90s, the terrace shoes that kind of a lot of them kind of Britpop or that whole kind of world war. But Cortez was in that same world as well. I remember being a kid in that wanting Cortez because like somebody from whatever band was wearing it, and you go, oh, that's amazing, cat. You want that shoe as well. So, like you said, that's where it does cross over these consumers. It means a lot to it, and it's so easy to wear as well. Do you know what I mean? It's so easy to wear in this kind of post-type world. It's a shoe that people kind of start going into when they come away from all that Jordan 1s or Dunks and stuff like that. It's just something a little bit different, easy to wear, simple, but still at the same time beautiful.
I think it's worth calling out in terms of this execution specifically. A lot of people, when they think Cortez, they typically think white leather. And I think that's fair to say, whether it's Forrest Gump or Wolf of Wall Street or however people want to call it. The fact we've taken this to a really hairy, perforated suede, first of all, sets it apart. We wanted something that almost sits in that long lineage of Cortez, but it feels so timeless as well. And I think this does. Set off with obviously that vintage tooling, off-white laces, vintage tongue in there as well. And it also comes in a vintage box.
You know me, it's always that white tongue, white laces, perfect combination.
And really nice little details as well. It's got the iconic orange size footbed. And then also a nice little Easter egg on the back of the tongue. There's some of the script from the original Cortez ad, where it says, a dream becomes reality. For me, it's the perfect Cortez, the perfect execution of the perfect Cortez as well. That midsole and the shape that's slightly more chunky now, it makes such a difference to the profile.
I mean, the shape's perfect, like I said, but is it the perfect Cortez? Like, we've got something else coming potentially later on in a few months that's going to compete with this. Is that in a different space? I mean, we can't give too much away.
Well, you've given way too much away.
We don't say what it is, have we? But, do you mean, I'm just excited to be working on this product.
Thanks for watching. As always, leave a comment below. We like the engagement, don't we?
Yeah, we enjoy the engagement.
And in the meantime, there's the size channels. Thanks again. We'll see you next time.